Gavin's desktop is press.
Oh,
His computer's connected.
Jesus.
Oh, there it goes. It'll do its own.
Let's wait a little to see if Gavin can get the sound on here.
So they can't hear you when you slice it. That's cool.
Delay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the very first inaugural episode of Oilers Nation's own Pre-Gaming with Bordsy, presented and brought to you by Sherwood Ford. As you may have noticed, I am joined here today by Ken himself. And Ken, how are we feeling today?
This is a top 5 most embarrassing thing I've done for this company.
Did you rollerblade here by chance, Ken?
You know what? Don't talk smack about rollerblading. I do like a good.
That is your
blade
preferred
guy.
mode of transport.
For people in the chat who are wondering,
Yes.
myself and Liam lost the golf tournament bet to you and Chalmers.
Yes.
As a result, you and Chalmers got to pick our outfit. You chose Ken and Barbie.
They lost the bet.
So there's a real lesson in this, people, and it's don't lose or don't bet out of your means. As Liam told me, he was very confident that he was not going to win that golf match.
Or maybe go to the driving range.
That was a little bit of the beef I had, is that Liam, you know what? He had great moments. I'm not turning on a teammate. I'm not going full Ross Atkins.
I'm trying.
I set him up.
And we're motivated to
There's
get him
some
next year.
cracks forming between these two.
We're good, buddy.
There's some cracks.
Yeah.
Liam,
you don't have a
come
mic.
join the
You
winning
don't have a
team.
mic today.
Where you can dress
so-
like a normal human.
If you guys didn't know, actually, Liam is dressed the exact same right behind the camera in front of us. But Liam actually has a long blonde
He is
wig.
the Barbie to
And,
Tyler's Ken.
He kind of cheated. He decided to wear a T-shirt underneath. But Tyler committed to the bit.
I mean, to be fair, I'm also wearing a T-shirt underneath. I just happened to have a matching hot pink shirt that has a little Greta logo on it.
Hey, and
Shout out to Greta.
that's a nice little segue because we are here. We are live at downtown Greta here in Edmonton, which will be our sponsor for the entire season long. We're going to be doing all kinds of awesome events here. This is the kickoff party. I can see people right in front of me coming in. There's a nice balloon arch of blue and orange balloons over there. Jay, it's a vibe in here. What are you feeling right now?
Oh, it's definitely a vibe. This is where the nation parties. And people are showing up, and they're going to continue to show up because puck drops in an hour here in Vancouver or in Edmonton. The place is buzzing.
Yeah, it is. We got all kinds of cool things here tonight. Tyler, what are we going to be giving away exactly? I know you know the deets.
Yeah, we have a lot to do. How about 15 sets of tickets to the big event coming up at the end of the month? That's without a doubt the highlight to this whole thing. This is a big reason why the people paid the money, made their donations to Kids Sport, and showed up here at Greta, because 30 of them are going to end up sitting outdoors.
Watching some sport
Some
to be determined.
type of outdoor hockey event.
Well, okay, maybe it is hockey.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Damn it, there we go. But so everybody, welcome to Greta. I was going to ask you guys first, what's your favorite game here at Greta?
the football game.
Nice,
I'm a machine at it. I'm an absolute machine at the football game.
My favorite squad game, I'm looking at it right now, is Mario Kart, because that's that's a 4-person game. But
you gotta wait to get that one though.
There's a lot. Yes, the game I'm addicted to is Flappy Bird.
Oh, that one will get you.
Oh
That'll
my
get
God.
you.
I get down on my knees and I hit the button. I'm just staring with my eyes open.
Yeah, it's a nice one. I think I'm either between the football game or the old classic skee ball. You can never go wrong with a good game of skee ball.
You know,
Actually, the first couple playoff parties we did here, I had challenged a bunch of nation citizens if they saw me at the event to come challenge me over there, and I'd give out free game cards. And I will be honest, I did talk a little too much game because I had 3 consecutive guys beat me back to back to back, and I had to give them all cards. And they were sure to let me know.
well, actually, you know what? I it's not a caveat, but there's another game. There's something about catching an 800-pound digital tuna
Yeah, that's true.
at the
That is
Wicked Tuna
actually-
game that is
that actually
also exhilarating. So that, you know, if I'm into my cups, as Chalmers like to say, I'll be on the Wicked Tuna
You'll
machine.
get rolling on.
Yeah, so we're going to be here all night. We're giving away all kinds of prizes, like we said
We got
earlier.
more than just the tickets too. We got a ton of giveaways.
Yeah, we got.
Huh, yeah.
I know we got Nation merch over there. I think there's some jerseys over there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good time in here, and I can already feel the energy starting to pick up in here. So I would say, gentlemen, it's almost that time. It's almost that time to dig into this game, and it wouldn't really be a pre-gaming show, in my opinion, unless we were literally pre-gaming. So, Gavin, my friend, if you could please.
Let's fire these down
Yeah,
here.
here
Oh, look
we
at those
go.
Gotta
crispy
be on
boys.
brand. Yeah.
Ooh.
Find another pregame show that does this.
Hey, there we go, gentlemen.
All right.
A little
Cheers,
ASMR
everyone.
in front of the mic.
They know how to pour them at Greta.
Oh, that's hockey season.
Oh man, that just gives me the feels. Like I walked in here and I was like, I'm sorry. Walking up to Greta, I was not feeling the energy. I was tired. Then I walked and I started seeing people.
Oh.
Then I started hockey on TV. Now I'm seeing more people. And I just had a sip of this beer. And
A
now I
beer
can-
in a jersey? Come on.
I-
we are so
I-
bad.
I know,
We are
so
back.
back.
We are back. Yes, we are back. So I can say we've talked all summer. It's been a long summer, Tyler, for you and me specifically.
Yeah.
We've been talking contracts, lines, matchups, whatever things we could find to fill the time. So I want to say it is so nice to finally just be here at Greta, to sit back, crack a cold one, and watch our boys do what they do.
Oh, and we're sitting
away.
here again. Beers are great. I'm sweating out a puck line bet in the Leafs game. The third
Oh, yeah, it is
period's
right
about
here.
to get going. Like, come on.
Yeah, we're back. Jay, how you feeling that we're back here?
Like I said, man, I'm now starting to get in the mood. I walked in here, started feeling the energy, now sipping on
It's
this
hockey
beer.
season. We're back and we're talking hockey. So before we get into the Oilers, the NHL season did start last night.
Oh.
Jay, we talked a little bit about this. We actually overreacted like crazy today on our Oilers Nation every day.
You missed
That's
that
so-
bit on the show. We just went like way over the top about what we saw in night one.
And so I wanted to get maybe some of your overreactions from the games yesterday. The first one was Nashville-Tampa. Kind of a meh matchup. We saw Tampa Bay come out with the dub.
I'm supposed to overreact.
I feel like we knew. Yeah, give me an
Oh,
overreaction
they're
to that
just
one.
paving the way to the cup.
You heard it here, folks.
I think people are sleeping on the Bolts, and like that's not even an overreaction. I think a lot of people are maybe
Brendan Hagel is the next Nikita Kucherov.
hey, anyone who can
I'm
make it
okay
out of
with that.
Morineville.
What's that?
Anyone who can make it out of Morineville. You know?
Yeah, we also learned that today this morning.
But to be legit about it, like I do feel like a lot of people have this fatigue about the Bolts because they've been so good for so long. You think all their players are older than they are. Kucherov's only 30, points in his mid-20s, Hagel's in his mid-20s. Like you go down the list, you look at that
Sergachev.
roster. Sergachev's 25 years old.
And he's turning into a stud
Yeah.
right in front of our eyes.
Maybe all this Stamkos contract nonsense is just like the reverse, like trying to. He's pretending they're gonna have a shitty season, but they're actually trying to reverse jinx it, and they're gonna win the cup. Like,
Yeah.
is that the whole thing?
I think the Vasilevsky injury is the biggest
Fake.
blessing in disguise.
Fake.
Well, sure, but
oh, hot takes already. Let's
he's
go.
going to be more rested than he's ever been going down the
Exactly.
stretch. It's Tampa knows what's up, and they managed their cap to exactly $2.
That's what good GMs do, man.
We're actually going to get into that a little bit later. I got a couple questions I have for you about the NHL salary cap. As I don't know if you've noticed, there's a couple teams already at game number 1 that are playing less than the 20 skaters or 20 players in the lineup. But we'll get into that one a little bit later. Connor Bedard, Jay. Connor Bedard gave his debut last night and tonight. I believe he's already buried one.
Yeah,
Right?
He talked.
He talked. So, Jay, what did you think about him last night? Were you
Overreaction?
impressed? Overreaction.
Oh, he's already on pace to shatter Gressy's records. It's already happening.
Goal every 2 games, yeah.
Goal every. Yeah, it's true.
He
Yeah, he
does
looked
look
pretty
nasty.
good.
Like
What
he
is-
looks really, really good. And picks up the fine in his first game for going no Bucky in warmups.
Oh, I respect the hell out of
Look
that.
at
That's
that
a
photo
kid.
right there
Yeah,
with him and that
That's
hair.
a kid that gets it.
I love the no Bucky. I love the idea of that. The guys in the locker room before the game, like telling him, a Corey Perry kind of player telling him, hey, you're going to do it. We'll cover the fine. We'll do it all for you. And as we pointed out earlier, the poor other rookie that had to go out on the ice with him to know that nobody really gave any.
In 20 years, you're playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The $1 million question.
Yeah, but Frank,
To win $1 million, who was the other guy?
but we
That's a
were
good
talking
trivia
to Frank
question.
about this. Kevin Korchinski was the 7th overall pick.
But is he Connor Bedard?
I know, but still, like he'll be good.
Yeah.
Like,
It was kind of a shot. I did feel good. I like that somebody pointed out earlier that when the cameraman was out there, that he skated behind the camera guy because he knew who the lens was looking for. And in our final game last night, our bitter rivals, the Vegas Golden Knights won. I believe it was a 4-1 victory.
Yeah.
Overreact hard to that one for me, Jay.
oh, they're not going to make the playoffs.
Damn right.
And
Damn.
the Kraken are cooked.
Already.
Yeah, the Kraken suck. They're a joke.
Yeah, it wasn't much of a game. That one, I'll be honest, it was late. And I saw the beginning. We talked about it earlier, the slot machine
That was
out on center ice. That was a cool touch.
Vegas knows how to put on a show, man.
They do.
Wait till they
do.
play a game inside the sphere.
Oh,
apparently
man.
that's where the draft might be.
Let's
Oh, man.
let's unpack that for a minute.
Sure.
Have you guys seen these videos and
Buddy,
pictures
it's
from the
insane.
sphere?
And apparently the videos don't do it justice. I know 2 people that have been there in the last week, and they're like, it is like a sensory overload. It's 4D.
Yeah.
Like it rains on you in there. It blows on you.
When like the sphere like went like up with all kinds of like clicky lights or whatever, then it goes up and then it drops down. Dude, I was dead sober watching that through my laptop screen, and even I started to freak out. a little bit.
Everyone, whether they're on them or not, are on mushrooms.
Yeah, that actually
That is
actually
just-
a
that
good-
is- that
I
is
couldn't
what they're
even
going for.
imagine putting those two together. in
Yeah,
the sphere.
combined, and then it's
But if you took mushrooms, it'd be like a double negative, and it would just seem very
you're
normal.
so sobering.
Yeah, it would just be
You're like, wow, this is
what's
very
going on?
boring and unstimulating.
There's no stage presence with this and these guys.
Apparently, U2's mailing it in. That's the rumor.
Oh,
Hey, shout out to them. I got them on my iPhone. I'm pretty sure we all have them on our iPhones right now. But well, gentlemen, I think it's time that we unpack and we get into the Oilers opening night roster. We got I guess I should mention we have our boy Patrick Puff producing first time. This my name tag might say producer Aaron, but they did give me a second one that said Bordsy.
you're a man. You
so
wear a couple different.
I don't
hats.
even know what I'm gonna do, but maybe I'll just put this one over
It's
that.
the nation way. If you're not wearing 10 hats, then
Yeah.
Yeah,
are you
that
even
is-
here?
That is very true. But Gavin, I'm looking at Gavin right in front of me. Patrick, can we pull up the Edmonton Oilers opening night projected roster? So if we take a look here on the top 6, it's been kind of the same. We've known this was coming all preseason long. We got Evander Kane on the wing with Connor McDavid and Conor Brown. Connor squared. Can't wait to get a look at that one tonight. Second line of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Leon Draisaitl, and Zachary Hyman. Then the third line, the one that I'm excited to see tonight. It's honestly, I think, you know what you're going to get with the top 6. So I think this third line is what I'm excited to watch tonight. Dylan Holloway, Ryan McLeod, and Warren Fogle. And then in the fourth line, we're only dressing 2 skaters of Matthias Janmark and Derek Ryan. So first, Ken, sorry, my apologies. What do you
Where'd the wig
think?
go?
It's way too itchy, Jay.
Oh,
It's so bad, man.
Oh yeah, you were wearing that. I forgot you were wearing that. Tyler, give me your thoughts on the third line, the younger line.
Here's always been my thing with pretty much every guy on that line, although with Holloway, much less of a sample size in all of this. When Ryan McLeod and Warren Fogle are engaged physically, their games totally change, right? When the problem is they rarely ever are. Ryan McLeod loves doing the flybys. Warren Fogle, we've seen him through 2 years now with the Oilers, kind of bounce in and out of being a good bottom 6 physical winger. But if you have those two rolling, if McLeod's going to play physical, if Fogle's going to play the way he did in the final 6 to 8 weeks last season, this is a third line that is going to be an absolute handful for the opposition. Like other teams' coaches are going to have to look at this third line and go, That's supposed to be the free space on the bingo card.
Yep.
That's our reprieve from 97 and 29.
Yeah, that's your shift off.
Is 3 young forwards who are going to skate and forecheck like demons and run our defensemen every chance they get. It has the chance to be a really, really big strength for the Oilers.
Yeah,
Jay, thoughts?
I guess the question, there's 2 questions. We know what Ryan McLeod is. Are we going to get the last 10 games of the regular season Warren Fogle?
Yeah.
Or the previous 72 to that? So if we get the Warren Fogle that finished the season starting this season the same way, that's going to be huge and be a headache. And then it'll be interesting to see where Dylan Holloway's at. Like, the kid's got all the tools. He hits like a truck, and he can skate like the wind. So I'm like high energy. You're right. So what type of Fogle we're going to have? Is Holloway now comfortable playing at this level? And McLeod's going to be buzzing around, always confused me thinking he's the Nuge when he carries the puck.
Yeah, I think you know what you get, as you said, with Ryan McLeod. He buzzes. He's all over the ice. It's whether or not Dylan Holloway with extended ice time, because last year he didn't really get a ton. But with extended ice time, what does he do? Is he going to be throwing the body out there? Let's say he's not producing points. I want to see a guy like that getting in some scrums.
Mhm.
No more fights. We're done with that. I saw that last year with getting his ass kicked. But the thing with Warren Fogle, and I would love to see it tonight, a breakaway opportunity, and Warren Fogle buries one. Could you imagine the start that would be?
I bet you if you looked on Betway for the odds on that specific outcome, it is probably insanely through
As
the roof.
Tyler pulls out his phone.
Yeah. If he buries one on a breakaway tonight, we're doing shots.
Yes,
Deal?
lots of
Deal?
shots.
Yeah, okay.
Deal.
That's a deal. So the look is that we're rocking 11 forwards again tonight. Actually, before we do that, Patrick, can you pull up the defense? Can you pull up the D core for tonight? Hey, nice.
Yeah,
We got
that's
100
good. That's good. The chat's
113 of
buzzing.
you guys in the
Our
chat
boy
right now.
Dangerous Wade's in the chat. He says
Oh.
Warren Fogle should go full gangster and wear his glasses while he plays. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Like the real small lensed ones.
Full sport goggles. They're like
Really
strapped to
throw
his
people
head.
off.
So on defense, it says here, I don't know if these are exact pairings, but it's Darnell Nurse, Cody Ceci, the number 1 pairing. The Montreal Canadiens just buried, as you might be able
The bar's
to hear in the
buzzing because
background.
Montreal
behind
scored
us.
to go up.
Everybody's
4-3
hating on the Leafs.
Toronto. Respect.
Could be Matthias Ekholm with Bouchard. We don't know about Ekholm yet, do we?
It sounds like Matthias Ekholm's not going to play. We'll
That's
find
what I
out for
thought.
sure in about 14 minutes.
Yeah.
But I would say, and I see Luke commented in here, I would expect Philip Broberg's taking that spot on the second pair.
Yep. And then we have my guy. I am his number 1 fan here in Edmonton, Brett Kulak. I love you. And with Vincent Desharnais.
Vinny.
So how do we
Actually,
feel?
I don't hate that third pairing either.
Not at all.
Yeah,
Because
no.
Vinny's going to be in regular season mode, man. He's just going to play simple Vinny game. He's going to be tough. He's just going to do the smart thing. And he's got Kulak there to bail him out. It's going to
Yeah,
be nice.
Kulak's just kind of that calming
He's so
presence
calm.
back there.
Such a strong skater, man.
And what I remember most about the playoffs last year was Brett Kulak stepping up in the rush. As I said a couple of times last year, sometimes you catch that 7 at a weird angle and you don't know if that is Connor McDavid or if that is Brett Kulak. I know how ridiculous that sounds.
No, but
When I
every
say
fan's gone through that with Fogle too, right?
Exactly.
Like, there's moments where they're ripping up the ice or Kulak's showing up in the rush. You're like, give it to Connor. It's
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I've been tricked. It's the deep fake.
So we're going to be starting with more than likely 11 forwards. I believe last year we played 34 games with 11 forwards. That's what I looked up. earlier
Salary
today.
cap's a bitch, man.
So that leads me to my next question. With rocking the low numbers, there's several teams in the NHL I saw already starting under the threshold of players. I believe the Vancouver Canucks might be tonight. We are. The LA Kings are, I do believe. And I guess I'm asking you, Tyler, as you're kind of my resident numbers guy. Is this an NHL problem? Is this a team's problem because they're trying to play it so close to the cap preseason, like you just mentioned? Tampa Bay was how close to their cap.
Yeah.
Who's to blame for this, I guess?
I think where I come out on this in normal times, I would have been like, hey, manage your cap better. But we're at what, year 3 or 4 of what's basically been a flat cap the whole time. GMs thought they could plan for, by this point, the cap's at 83.5. If you would ask GMs 5 years ago what the cap's going to be in the 23-24 season, they're probably planning for this thing to be at 95.
Yep.
Right? Like a lot of long-term deals were signed. I don't put a lot of blame on the GMs right now. I know that heading into the offseason, they know what the cap's going to be, but a lot of teams are hamstrung. And this goes back even to like the whole waivers thing with the Oilers and Ken Holland, when people were, if you manage your cap better, then you can keep it. Okay, but it's not just the Oilers. Toronto's up against it. Tampa Bay has $2 in cap space. The Canucks are playing a man short
Hey,
tonight
that's
as well.
$6 at the deadline.
At game number 1 of the year. Like, that's the crazy
The Ottawa
part.
Senators can't sign Shane Pinto.
Yeah.
Not because they can't agree to terms with him. They literally can't afford a top 9 forward. Like, a bunch of teams are hamstrung. It's unfortunate. I wanted the NHL to artificially inflate it this year and figure something out with the PA. It didn't end up happening. And this is the result.
Yeah, Jay, where do you come out on that?
Well, I feel like the PA could have stepped up and remedied that situation, and that didn't happen. But yeah, if you say 5 years ago, yeah, of course they would expect the cap to be higher, but they also didn't expect COVID.
Yeah.
Right. So everyone knew it was going to be flatlined for a while. So the issue the GMs are doing is they're still signing guys at big increases while they're still in a flat cap era. So they need to know, like they need to do a better job. Like, just pay everyone a little bit less, because the reality is there's just not as much money to go around, but they pay these big tickets and they put themselves in these situations. But if you name the teams that are all up against the cap, they're all contenders.
Yep.
Except Ottawa.
Well,
Hey, now.
Ottawa's coming, though,
And
right?
Vancouver.
Ottawa's coming. Well, Vancouver might surprise you, not in terms of just making the
Not
playoffs,
tonight,
but like, yeah, they've got their own crap show that they have to deal with. So I'm more on the GMs than anything, because like that's their job. Manage the cap, do your job.
I feel just, I don't know, like, could you not see this coming for
Like,
game 1 of the
just
season?
sign short-term deals then. Like if the players want more money and they also understand the cap situation, then sign shorter-term deal. And then once they know the caps go, like when the cap goes, like, is it going to spike? That's the whole thing, right? Once we're through this, when the owners are paid back, like, it's going to spike.
I can't wait for that.
Right. And then that's when the crazy, silly season of overspending can happen again, right?
Oh, the silly season when that cap increase goes up.
But
Oh,
free
my
agency
God.
too, it'll be
I
nuts.
can't
I
wait
think
for
it's
that.
going to go, like, we know it's going to be in the $4 to $6 million range this next summer. I think the summer after we could be looking at even like a $6 to $8 million range.
It's going to move.
And the contracts that, what was that July 1 a few years ago when it was like Lucic, Okposo,
Andrew Ladd,
Troy Brower, Andrew Ladd, like they all
Troy
signed
Brower, I remember that one,
2016.
horrendous deals on July 1st. It's going to be that all over again.
I remember one offseason when I wanted David Clarkson so bad on the Oilers.
I drank that Kool-Aid. It was
I
so
was-
delicious.
I was mixing that Kool-Aid myself and going at it, and then we did it, and I was so upset.
I also
And then
celebrated
his
Mark
career
Payne,
quick.
for the record.
Yeah.
And who could have seen that one coming, you know? Let's check in here with the YouTube chat, where first I want to say thank you to everyone for being in here. Lance Kane, some of the regulars, Scotty91, Chris Chalmers, who said, Tyler, put the Ken wig on.
No.
Electronic Jordan. So if you didn't know, you have to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube to get in the comments. I want you in the chat. I want to know what you guys are thinking, what you guys want to talk about, and where you're feeling at. If you're optimistic before tonight's game,
Buddy, it's Kool-Aid season.
it's cool.
82-0, baby.
We're going to go 82. This is the year. Actually, I haven't said that yet. I had an over-under on how many times I was going to say this is our year by the end of this show.
Oh, I think we're
This
saying
is our year.
well, it's also unfinished business.
That's the mantra tonight.
That's the
Like,
theme of
The
Greta tonight.
sour taste we all collectively had in our mouths after that Vegas loss. The only team to really put up a challenge against them. If we fucking get through them, it's like a walk to the Holy Grail. Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking in Kool-Aid season,
Delicious.
the Oilers top 6 right now. I want to present this to you. In my lifetime, I don't know about you, Jay, Tyler, we have the same rough lifetime. Is this the best Oilers top 6 that you've ever seen?
I was too young for the
Yeah.
80s dynasty to understand. I guess I was alive for it. So, but no, this is the best.
This is the best.
I can drink to this top 6. So this is the best.
I just think with the additions of a healthy Evander Kane, knock on wood, I don't want any more freak
We
accidents.
just,
like that.
honestly, with Evander Kane, you just hope he's starting to feel it, right? Like
That goal he scored in the
That's what I said,
preseason,
you
which
really-
that's legit.
which was very reassuring. Because like I said, when he came in and joined us for that interview in January, he was just like, it's numb. And I'm told it could be a year until I start getting feelings. So like the fact that he can feel it better, like the minute he starts feeling it more and more and more, like his production and just his skill level will just shoot back up,
Yeah.
right?
That goal he scored in the preseason was a sign he's back.
Yep.
And you pointed this out today. He celebrated that goal like a guy who had found something he'd lost.
He is so back.
He is back.
He
So
is
I'm
so
very,
back.
I'm very excited to see that. And like that's the thing with Evander Kane is when the points are coming with him too, I feel like you get to see that extra jump in his step.
Yeah.
And he's out there finishing checks, face washing dudes wherever he can, hacking legs. I can't wait to see that again tonight.
He's the power forward we love.
You talked about this being our year, and the Oilers, if you talk to analytics people, the Oilers are a cup contender, a cup favorite. You talk to people.
I want to quantify that. I
Okay.
always say every year is our year, but I really mean it
But
this year.
When you consider the fact that Conor Brown for this season, 775K, Evan Bouchard's on the bridge, Ryan McLeod's on the bridge, Draisaitl's only got 2 years left. Do you think it's fair to say this year is the best chance the Oilers will have to win the cup in the Connor McDavid era? This is the peak. This is the most the window will ever be open.
Jay, you go first.
I need to. I will. I know what you're trying to do here, and I don't like it.
Is it preseason hyperbole, or do you look at what I laid out and go, yeah, like next year you have the cap penalty coming on Conor Brown. He's going to cost you more if you want to keep him. That's
Is he?
the guy. I think you have Dylan Holloway on his ELC right now. There's a lot of things to look
If
at.
we have if we have a really good year, and if we go all the way or very close to all the way, it's got to be a team mentality of like the cores be like, okay, we have to like work together here to get us the pieces that we need to get. So if it's not chasing 5.5 and it's chasing and asking and getting 5 and doing that over, 3-4 players to open up the space that we need to get more depth, whether it be on the blue line or in the bottom 6, like if we have a big season, I don't think yes, this is like our best opportunity we've had yet. But if we really show up and especially if we win it, well, people are going to want to come for the repeat. So
It's the
or stay
McDavid
for the
factor.
repeat.
Tyler, I hate that you asked that question.
I know. That's why I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh my god, is this like
making it uncomfortable.
it's kind of a
This is
negative
Kool-Aid,
question, man.
But
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
answer. I will answer honestly. Yes, I do. I do kind of think that this is the best shot you're ever going to get.
Oh,
Now-
Jesus, don't stop.
Just for right now, because I think with Dylan Holloway on his ELC, the roster you've got, the Conor Brown on basically dirt cheap, and at the deadline right now, we still have the ability with our draft capital to make some moves at the deadline. I know we love talking deadline moves always on game one of the season.
You missed this because you weren't on the show today.
Yeah, no show. Sorry.
But we have this bit now where every segment with Frank, we start it by asking him what's going to be the biggest need for the Oilers at the deadline, and he won't answer it. He just tells us to shut up.
He
It's
just scoffs or
Well,
rolls
the
his
reality
eyes.
is he knows. He knows what we need. We all know what we need.
What do we need, Jay?
Well, still Kool-Aid season.
Yep.
Jack Campbell's going to be effing phenomenal.
Hey, yeah,
So goaltending is great. Skinner's also going to be good. So 1A, 1B, we good there. Just bolster the defense a little bit. And maybe we'll see, depending on injuries, if we need to sprinkle something in the bottom 6. But like, we're there. Like, but that's what we need.
Yeah, we're almost there. So I'm going to continue to close it out here with the Oilers' top 6. Conor Brown, he's been the talk of the town for the entire summer.
My
Been all
favorite
anybody
Connor.
talks about. Whoa. And he's looked good. He's coming off of a torn ACL last season. He only played, 4 games or
4
something
games,
last year? Where's our confidence level with Conor Brown heading into the season? Because I personally, after watching a couple preseason games, I'm all in. Because he looked like a guy, now we've heard from Frank or some other insiders, that while he was injured, he even was changing his diet. And he was trying to do things while not able to walk with his leg, and things he could do maybe mentally or whatever. But I just say, from when I've seen him out on the ice on Connor McDavid's wing there, that guy's legs are always moving. They're always churning. He's great with Connor in the sense that when Connor was turning pucks over early, stick lifting, Conor Brown was on a guy, quickly found empty space, open space, front of the net, slot, bing, bang, boom, back of the nets. And that's a thing. It's hard to play with Connor McDavid. We've seen lots of guys not do it. Where's your confidence level with Conor Brown being able to do it with McDavid?
Here's where I came out on Brown. I looked at him when they signed him, and I felt like there was this kind of spectrum. On one end, it's like he is Zach Hyman again. He is Zach Hyman 2.0. On the other end, he's just Kyler Yamamoto. Yes, you don't like that take. But that was kind of the range of outcomes that I saw. Best case scenario, he's Hyman 2.0. Worst case, he's Yamamoto. When they signed him, I was hyped up. I'm like, this guy could be Hyman 2.0. And then you kind of sit and you look at the numbers, and it's like he scored 20 goals twice in 6 seasons. Like, that means 4-6. He didn't score 20 goals, and like you
Well,
look
who is he
at
playing
Yamamoto.
with?
Yeah, and that's fair. But you look at Yamamoto, and it's like, okay, well, he scored 20 goals once too. Like, and we shipped him out of town because we thought $3 million was too much. But after watching him in the preseason, I'm so convinced he's way more closer to the Zach Hyman side of this.
We got him. We got him, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
think Zach Hyman with just a little bit more finesse.
Better shot.
Way better shot.
Yeah.
Maybe not the nose for the net.
No, but
That's what you lose. But
that's okay. That's what makes Zach Hyman Zach Hyman. Like, he owns the blue paint. You don't need Conor Brown on blade. You want to be a buzzsaw. You want to be a shot threat. You want to be someone 97 shooter.
hey, and Frank brought up a point there. He goes, hey man, Patrick Maroon scored basically 27 even strength goals with Connor McDavid. Conor Brown, no disrespect to the big rig, multiple time Stanley Cup champion. Conor Brown is 3 times the skilled player Patrick Maroon is.
Well, that's 3 times egregious, but yes, I would say he's more skilled.
I'm confident in saying that I think he's going to have a better season than Patty Maroon. But hey, who knows? That's why we're here, and that's why we play 82 games. I just want to shift some gears here and give a quick shout out to our friends at Sherwood Ford. Tyler, I know you love Sherwood Ford. You drive that big Nation vehicle. It's parked right out front of Greta right now,
sir.
which there's still time to come on down here. I still see a couple empty seats. But Sherwood Ford, they're our sponsors for all pre-games and everything we do. We couldn't do what we do at the Nation without Sherwood Ford. They're great. You tell us about their on-site oil changes.
You know all about it too.
Well,
Tell me
buddy,
about it.
I live it. I drive the Nation Bronco. So, yeah, I get them to pick my Bronco up while I'm working, do an oil change. It just disappears for a bit, comes back, car's ready to go.
Also,
Time to move a finger.
they're also the sponsors of Oilers Nation After Dark, which returns tonight right here at Greta.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing that as well. We have Oilers Nation After Dark. We're going to be doing it literally right here. Hopefully the bar isn't so loud when we get going. But hey, that's what you get when you tune into Oilers Nation After Dark.
I'm looking at the set. Like, this graffiti wall here at Greta is sick.
Yeah,
Like,
this is
and
sick.
the lighting, like, I don't know, and all the technology we got here.
I
This
drew
is
this
a pretty
myself.
sick setup. So, good job, team.
Just taking a peek at what's going on the end down
Suck
scoreboard.
it, Leafs. Woo!
I don't think my puck line's getting covered, gentlemen.
Holy.
Oh, my God.
I didn't see
On
that one
home
coming.
ice.
Let's do it.
This is their season.
Sheldon Keefe hot seat. Where does Nylander go at the deadline?
Yeah. Blow it up
Austin
right now.
Matthews, way overpaid.
Does Samsonov clear waivers? I think it's a question that we don't know the answer to personally.
Possibly.
Who knows?
Who knows? Well, yeah, so as you can see here, we're watching the Habs Leafs
Jake
game.
Evans has more goals than Austin Matthews this year.
It is,
Damn.
it is nice. That's a good stat. I like that.
Oh, never mind. That
But
was
it's
another.
currently 5-3 for the Habs. Go Habs. I think everybody in this bar would probably be in agreement with that. But time to shift some gears here with some news that definitely hit Oilers Twitter pretty hard today. The starting goaltender matchup, Pat. Could we take a look at that? As was brought out today, we had speculated for weeks on weeks on weeks. Would it be Stuart Skinner? Would it be Jack Campbell? Well, in fact, it is going to be Jack Campbell. He will be taking the net against Thatcher Demko. If you look on your screen here, you can see Jack Campbell last year, 36 games played, 21-9-4. A pretty good record.
Hey,
there's
that's
not
good.
much. There's not much you can ask for.
And what else is on
we
that
just
graphic?
won't read the rest of that graphic. Just kidding. It's a 341 goals against. Oof. An 888 save percentage. Oof. But one shutout.
Last season is just a rebuilding season for Jack. Okay. And we just had to
Rebuild his confidence.
obviously, unfortunately, watch it publicly. And I feel bad for Jack. But you know what? He took the time this offseason. He's putting in the work. Similar to Conor Brown. He's doing things different, right? The guy has got natural ability.
He does.
He's a
He
natural
wouldn't have
talent.
made it this far.
Right? And he kept us in the playoffs, man. We should have started him after that, but we didn't. But whatever. There's,
I made the joke earlier today that in a regular 50-50 split, well, that Skinner lost the last game. It's Campbell's net tonight. It's Campbell's net tonight. It has to be.
yeah,
They're gonna
I'm
get a
excited
fair
for
shot.
Jack. You got, it's a good vote of confidence. You know what we got in Skinner? We love Skinner, but I think it's a good vote of confidence, especially for a guy who's rebuilding himself, right? To give him that positive nudge, have him go into Vancouver tonight and just steal the show. We might need him to steal the game. Like it's their home opener. Like,
Yeah.
not to give Waz any props, but
Now,
like,
what was that today?
I know it was. peak Kool-Aid. Like that's the one. Like Coombs' prediction is almost exactly what everyone should have
What did he
said.
say,
12-0.
Yeah.
Like that's what we say when
If you
it's-
didn't
we're
know,
going into
earlier
game one.
today, Waz made a TikTok asking for score predictions today, and he said the Oilers would lose. Who starts the
But,
season
but in a close
Yeah,
one
it's
because
true. He said
Vancouver's
close one.
playing for something more than Edmonton.
because it's their home opener. Oh,
Isn't there
Waz.
some crazy stat about the Oilers haven't won a road season opener in forever?
Oh yeah, I had that written down somewhere on my phone.
It's right there.
Where? That's the 5th year in a row that we've played. Well, we'll get into some
Yeah.
stats. We'll get into some stats in a bit. I do have it right there. They haven't won a road season opener. Wow, thank you, Tyler. You can read. In 11 years. That's nuts.
That's a little concerning.
That's going to change today.
But
Wait a
you know
minute.
what,
So
dude?
when you go to a roulette table and it's 11 blacks in a row,
You read
you
my
don't
mind.
bet red on the
Oh,
12th
you-
spin?
You put the house on red.
Come on, everything.
Yeah.
Chips all in, baby.
There's no way they lose a 12th straight road
It's-
opener.
It's almost
It's
mathematically
double
impossible.
zero.
Now it's just a
pretty-
math game.
I love doing the show with two fellow gambling degenerates. 'Cause
Oh,
that-
yes. Yeah.
That is the way to look at that. That is absolutely the way to look at it. But the other goaltender in the other crease is going to be Thatcher Demko.
Redemption season.
He had a rough season last year. He was dealing with a groin injury. Today on Canucks Conversation, which I produce, humble brag, tune in anytime. He played 32 games. Frank told us that his groin was like basically fully torn off. I don't know if I could confirm that by asking Thatcher himself. But 32 games played, 14, 14, and 4. That's the most mid record you could probably have on the middest team. Around a 316 goals against, 901 save percentage, 1 shutout. But Thatcher Demko, he's been a good goalie for years, and I believe in Frank Saravalli's hot takes this year, he had Thatcher Demko winning the Vezina. Tyler, where do you come out on that?
Yeah, as someone who pulled their groin in rec softball this summer, I can empathize with what Thatcher Demko went to. It was a really hard thing to have to grind through.
You just Chris Chalmers the situation. You made it about yourself.
But when Demko was healthy last year, if you look at the stretch when he came back and was 100%, hit a 920 save percentage. This is one of the best goalies in the NHL. And as a goalie who's had a decent amount of success against the Edmonton Oilers, Demko's played against Edmonton 12 times in his career, got a 913 to go with a 2.95. Those are really, really solid numbers against a good offensive club. If there's any reason to be the slightest bit concerned, I just saw Beck Milk walk in, and I know what he's going to do when he sees me. But,
Here we go.
Hi.
BM in action behind the scenes. But anyways, if there's any reason to be concerned about tonight, it's because Thatcher Demko's in it for the Canucks. Hello, BM.
Hello. How you guys doing?
We're doing
Looking good in here. Smells good in here. I'm excited.
What do you think of the vibes in here? We're starting to fill out.
I'm taking this in right now. Like, you look great.
You got to see him with the wig on, man. He
It's-
took it off. He's claiming
Tyler,
Why'd you take it
come
off?
on.
Too
For
itchy
my
or
first
too
show,
something.
You're gonna have to. Yeah, I don't know what's the front and the back. No, that looks good.
And just a reminder, if we get 30,000 YouTube subs on Oilers Nation,
Yes, thank you,
you can get a boudoir, and probably some of those shots will involve the wig. So
So you can
Don't be
only
tasteful.
comment in the chat if you're subscribed, and you can only see Tyler's body in ways that I don't even know if we want to see if you stay subscribed. So hit that button and hit the like button.
I'm just going to
Please.
go and say it. I want to see it.
Liam, what should our like goal be today?
What are we at right now?
We are currently at 48.
Let's just go with 97.
I was going to say, let's go with
Let's go.
97.
An
Let's
easy
go with
97.
97, people.
Pick it up, people. Let's
Got
go.
work to do, people.
Yeah, we do. We do got a lot of work.
So just to talk about the Canucks,
Yeah.
and just now, like, everyone's got these like weird expectations on Vancouver. But once again, I'm fully drinking the Kool-Aid. Every team sucks except for the Oilers. Everyone just thinks Elias Pettersson's gonna have 150 points. Like this is like, this season's gonna be better. This is gonna be his biggest year. Like there's nothing supporting that.
He doesn't even want to be in Vancouver.
Yeah, exactly. and like he gets hurt, like he's a pencil.
Yeah.
And so just everyone assumes Thatcher Demko is going to be a 971 save percentage just because his groin wasn't attached to his bone last year. Like,
Wow.
fuck,
I mean,
weak
what
excuse, bro.
Okay, but we're the ones sitting here believing in a Jack Campbell bounce back. Canucks fans have way more reason to believe in a Thatcher Demko bounce back, Jay.
You and your
I'm
logic
sorry,
and
this
reasoning
is
over here.
Oilers Nation's pre-gaming with Bordzzy, not Canucks conversation.
Look,
Yeah, I don't want to work
look at how I'm dressed right now. Am I the kind of guy who looks like he wants to mess around, stick around a little bit? No.
I I don't know. I want to say some stuff, but I don't know if I am allowed to.
Yeah, okay, so continuing with the goaltender Jack Campbell conversation. So if I'm confident in him tonight, that obviously means Stuart Skinner's going to get the net for the home opener on Saturday. Do you think this is a thing to just build Jack's confidence? Or Stuart, the hometown boy at the hometown arena? What do you
I
think
think
the
we're
reason
past
was?
the hometown boy, hometown arena stuff. Like, I think
Yeah,
we
I
are.
don't think
'cause
we
he's
are.
Oh,
Okay,
my God.
there you
I'm sorry for Ken. He puts the wig on and becomes a completely different
becomes a
person,
different
but
guy.
I
He
insist
becomes a
he
different
keeps it
guy.
on.
How did
I
Jack
think
Campbell
giving him the
not
home opener
deserve
starts
the
sick.
start
He's
today?
never started a home opener for the Oilers.
I said earlier, Bagnell,
Yeah,
before
that's
you were
fair,
here.
but it's like I think the hometown
Let's have our
narrative
own
is now
thing.
we can
Okay,
move past
sure.
that. Like,
Sure.
he's now just a legitimate NHL goalie. That's
Yeah.
all. Yeah, sure. Give him the home net. That's great. They play him 50-50. That's great because the more games Jack can play is better for Stuart Skinner.
Okay, because that's what I was going to ask. What do you think the reasoning was? If it's like, does that to show Jack that he's 1A? What does that show Stu? Is it just for confidence? Because I think it's just for confidence.
He earned it, man.
He earned it. Yes. Thank you, BM.
Yep. There you go.
Earned, not given.
100%.
Just like the show.
Ken Holland told Frank Saravalli, this is it's a meritocracy. The contracts don't matter, throw them out. What happened last year doesn't matter, throw it out. Whatever guy gives the Oilers the best chance to win on any given night is going to get the start. And I think that's what this is.
Well,
Right
that
on,
wasn't
man.
deployed in the playoffs.
Fair.
But I'm bitter still about that, but whatever. It's okay.
Well, we're about 20 minutes away from
I just
puck
heard
drop.
Chalmers order a Ryan Coke.
That's how you know we're back.
Uh-oh, we are back. So there's still 20 minutes before puck drop. Want to give another quick shout out to Greta. This place is bumping right now. All I'm seeing is jerseys all over the place. Shout out to the ON staff that hung up lights all over this place tonight. They got the raffle table going on over there. It's been a good time.
Nation nachos are on special, and Rusty wants to know. I'll answer it. Yes, Liam is making all the Nation nachos.
Yes, of course he is. And Butties, I see her in the chat here.
Cheers, buddy.
Oh, I
Spin the
can't wait.
camera, show us Liam. Well, I'll try and get you a Liam sighting right at the end of the show. But I would like to maybe dig in here, Pat. Can we get up the Vancouver Canucks lineup? Now, Tyler, we do have some confirmed later breaking news.
Yeah, we got a little bit of news here. The Canucks taking to the ice for warm-up. No Teddy Bluger, no Guillaume Brisebois, no Carson Soucy. They're also going 11-6. Confirmed also, Matthias Ekholm not on the ice for Edmonton.
Yeah. Okay. So as we look here for the top six for Vancouver, Andre Kuzmenko on the left wing with Elias Pettersson and Connor Garland. Connor Garland, you might ask? Yes, the guy that just requested a trade out of Vancouver. Yes, he's playing on the top line with the two best players. I still can't wrap my head around that one.
It's pretty rare to see a top line where only one player actually wants to be on the team. It's quite impressive. And that's for everyone who called me whatever you called me, a Canucks
Homer?
something in the chat. Homer, yeah.
And then it's a little hard to see here, but I think it's Phil DiGiuseppe with JT Miller and Brock Besser. That is Dakota Joshua, Pia Suter, new addition to the team.
I wanted him as an Oiler.
He's
Logan.
going to be good on the penalty kill. I know the Canucks Convo guys are very big on that. Thank you,
He's
Tyler, for putting
Gaetan
that up
Haas
bigger
light,
on your screen.
even though he can score goals.
Gaetan Haas was sick.
I said that's why Gaetan Haas light.
Yeah.
Gaetan Haas is Gaetan Haas heavy.
Remember that break or that penalty shot goal he scored against Calgary? Gaetan Haas.
Yeah. And then to close
Like
out the
Ring
third
of Honor.
line,
He should be in the Ring of Honor next year. Gaetan Haas.
fact is Anthony Beauvillier. I always think of him as like a partial Oiler because of all the trades that went down
Yeah.
with Griffin Reinhart. Fourth line of Nils Hoglander, Sam Lafferty, the new addition, and no Teddy Bluger. Another free agent that they brought in this season to deal with their penalty kill,
Yeah.
which for lack of a better word was last year.
Dead last in the NHL.
And I don't know, could that be an area you see tonight the Oilers picking them apart?
It's the Oilers.
It's the Oilers. I think they pick anyone apart, but
The Canucks did go out and make some moves specifically to upgrade their PK. They go sign Teddy Bluger in the offseason. They
Bluger.
sign Ian Cole. I know Carson Soucy's not playing tonight, but that is another guy that'll help. They go trade for Sam Lafferty, who apparently the Oilers had some interest in. Would you have traded Vinny Desharnais for Sam Lafferty? That was the ask from Toronto.
I could have if I knew what Broberg looked like.
Yeah, I'm
20
torn.
games
I'm
in,
torn.
maybe?
Our blue
I
line. We
wouldn't have
can't.
done it.
We can't absorb the loss right now. Our
Yeah.
blue line needs help.
We're a Nick Dowd company.
Oh yeah, we covered
Yeah,
Nick
walk me
Dowd
through
big
this
time.
Nick Dowd stuff.
Tyler.
What is there to be walked through? Washington might not be that good this year. Nick Dowd is a bottom 6 player who would have some value if they retained half of his contract.
So we're speculating this.
We're speculating.
How many did
But
he have last year?
Frank,
13?
Frank is saying that was one of Frank's bold predictions is Nick Dowd would be on the move at the deadline.
I can see it.
And our boy Frank has the crystal ball.
Washington has to do some house cleaning if they're continuing to miss the playoffs.
But so with the Canucks, they're kind of a new look squad. I believe they have 10 different skaters. They have a new-ish coach because Rick Tocchet took over a bit. Tyler, I know you're.
That's the only thing I'll drink the Kool-Aid on is that Rick Tocchet can.
You, buddy,
yes.
I'm talking to you, buddy.
Ricardo Tocchet might have an impact on the team.
Yeah, I like Rick Tocchet. PM, what are your thoughts?
I don't think Rick Tockett's the answer, man. They don't have players that even want to play on their first line. What are we talking about?
Yeah, that is.
Coach ain't playing.
That's such a tough look to have your first line winger not want to be on that team. With a guy, I've been big on Andrei Kuzmenko. Pat, maybe we could pull up the Kuzmenko graphic there. I think that this guy, last year he had 39 goals, so I definitely see 40.
Could have been an Oiler if we didn't go to Joey Bell Tower.
Who doesn't appreciate Joey Bell Tower?
If Ken would have brought Kuzmenko to Greta, he's 97.
I would have let him beat me in Mario Kart.
Yeah, I would have thrown everything.
He would have gotten one look at me playing that football game and been like, son of a bitch, I'm bringing the cup here.
I'm in, damn it. I'm in. I just don't know. what to think about that. But Andre,
of course,
No.
Matthews Hattie. Nasty.
yo.
Oh, he's in the conversation. McDavid 1A, Matthews 1B.
Oh, my
another
God,
opening night,
Tyler.
Hattie.
Tyler, who are you? No, this is Ken. This is
fired
Ken.
up.
You want to
Ken.
produce Leafs Morning Take
Ken's
tomorrow
a
morning at
troll.
9 a.m.?
It wouldn't be an NHL season without Austin Matthews scoring a hattie in the first game and disappearing in the back half.
Yeah,
Fair.
yeah,
His
that's
wrist already hurts.
That's very true. That's very true. Another thing with the Canucks that I kind of wanted to unpack. Rick Tocchet, I know this because I talk about the Canucks every day. He's been preaching defense by committee for like the entire preseason. And then we saw it today. I don't know if they're going to do it, but he talked about at moments picking and choosing to put Quinn Hughes and Philip Hronek together to be like the number one shutdown pairing. But below that, if they don't have Carson Soucy playing, pretty much Ian Cole and a who's who of a word I won't say.
And rattling off the names Quinn Hughes and Philip Hronek and then saying shutdown
Yeah, I know.
pairing. That might not bode that well for the Canucks tonight. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know about that one. Thoughts on the D?
Canucks team?
We're going to eat them alive?
Losing Sosi is a big loss for them because, he's massive. He's good defensively. Yeah, Hronek and Hughes, they'll be very offensively minded. Maybe it's the really offense is the best defense, and that's what they mean by shutdown. Puck possession, have control of the puck the whole time.
I can't get scored on if you're always moving the puck out of your own end.
I don't know.
I don't buy it. I think
Yeah,
they're going to struggle defensively again this season.
And then the penalty kill.
Oh.
I think it all comes back to the penalty kill for me. So we're going to see how that one goes tonight.
How's the shot?
And you know what, gentlemen? This might be the time to shout out our friends from Betway, 19 plus. Please play responsibly. We're going to get
Pat needs a mic.
Pat needs a mic.
Pat's got to give us the betting lines. We got to come up with some squad bets.
I've kind of prepared a couple things this
Conor Brown
season
goal.
for pre-gaming with Bordsy. I know that a lot of you guys in the chat are always asking for some of Gavin's picks, some of Gavin's stats. Because Gavin's kind of he's my stat guy, I'll be honest with you. He's my guy. And we got him to gather up a couple stats for us. And then my buddy Pat here is going to tell us about those two bets themselves. So, Pat, why don't you bring yourself on? Is this the first time you're on screen at Oilers Nation?
Yes, it is. Well, it will be soon. There we go.
Hey, there we go. Look at him, ladies and
How's
gentlemen.
that little producer corner we
Look at
got?
that.
A little nook. I like
I'm
it.
right
A little
here.
bit. Yeah, he's pretty close to me right here, but glad to be on the show. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. We love having you here.
Thank you.
So what do you like tonight? I know Gavin gave us a couple statistics. I think he got them out there right in front of you. Why don't you read those and then let us know some of those bets?
Okay, so I've got right now, thanks to Gavin, because I trust him with my money, we've got Oilers Nation money line minus 155. So I've got right now, keeping in mind that the Oilers' all-time record for season openers, 24, 15, and 4.
Those are the Gavin stats we look for.
Pretty good. We've also won, or I guess this is tying into the next one. I've also got Nurse anytime plus 450.
Now, why do you have Nurse anytime? Because when Gavin actually told me this one earlier,
God.
I did not know this stat, but I was a little stunned by it, and I'm absolutely riding with you, Gavin.
Well, he scored 2 in the last 3, first and foremost. Last year, especially, we were down
Look at us.
3-0. We're doing shots now.
One for Pat.
Oh, nice. Look at this.
Sorry, Pat.
No, it's okay.
We're totally all right. And for the YouTube chat, it's our boy Tyler Mulick who is absolutely derailing the betting.
He
segment.
came to the pregame.
Shout out to Mulick. Thanks, buddy. Cheers, boys.
Cheers, boys. I love pre-gaming with Bordzzy.
No boy.
Where else are you getting this? You're not getting this anywhere else. Ooh, that one burned a little bit.
Thanks, Mulick.
But yes, we like that. I like Darnell Nurse, anytime goal scorer.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And then, so I have this idea. Oh, yeah. So there we got Darnell Nurse plus 450. Tyler, what do you think about that one?
It's one of my predictions. We're going to get Darnell Nurse back to his Canadian division form this year. I think he can score 15 goals this season. I think with Ekholm out, a lot more ice time going to Nurse tonight. So I can see the logic here. I'm not tailing, but I see the logic.
Jay?
Oh, it's Kool-Aid season. I'm tailing hard. I believe in the bounce back of Darnell Nurse. Last year, like I said, it was the first year of his $9.25 or $9.5 million ticket.
Wait, he's getting paid 9.25? I didn't know that. No
I
one's
learned
ever
that on
told me that
Twitter.
before.
I learned that on Twitter. I don't like that. You'd be shocked to know that I learned that on Twitter.
Sorry, Chad.
But I felt like he was just forcing, just trying too hard. Like he had to try to do too much. So now if he just goes back to playing his game, which is the Canadian division Darnell Nurse we all came to know and love, I feel the circumstance mentally is there for him. Like, just who cares? The contract's the contract. Just go back to being Daryl, buddy. Be Daryl.
Go back to being Daryl. I don't know. I can see it in my head already. Darnell Nurse stepping up in the rush.
Yeah.
Winding one back and just going top shed, bar down. And then everyone in the Oilers Nation After Dark chat can talk about that, how he did something wrong there. But leading into our bet way, so we have 2 bets right there. And I've got another. Don't pull it up yet, Pat. I want to explain this first. So I have this idea all season for us folks in the chat. I want to build a nice little squad here, Tyler. I told you this earlier.
Yeah, I like this
So
idea.
every episode of Pre-Gaming with Bordzzy, I'm going to pre-pick 3 pre-built bets that are on Betway. We're going to bring them up. We're going to throw them in the YouTube chat as a poll, and I want you guys to vote on the one you think is most likely to hit. And I'm going to ride that one. You can ride with me if you want. It's up to you guys. But so then we're going to kind of go with that, and I don't have to blame myself afterwards, and I can blame all of you in the chat.
It's always nice to have an excuse, you know?
I pre-built in these excuses, like these bets. So, Pat, can you put these up here right now? So I picked 3 of these. We're going to start light for game number 1 of the year. But the first one I have is Oilers money line plus Connor McDavid, 2 points. You're going to get that in plus money, plus 125 on Betway, 19 plus. Please play responsibly. The second one is very similar, just different skater. Oilers money line and drive plus 2 points. And then the third one is McDavid and Kane to both score plus 300. No Oilers money line in that one. So we're going to throw that one in the chat.
I got the poll. I got it, Pat. I got you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Tyler's on the game. Thank you, buddy. That's a great co-host.
Am I allowed to
Look at that.
tamper? Can I just confess?
Yeah.
I got a confession.
Hit me.
I have already hammered the McDavid 2+ points Oilers money line.
Yeah.
I saw it. It was very sexy.
That seems very doable.
Connor to get 2 points?
There you
Wow, that's a hot take.
Vote in the chat.
Am I even crazy enough that I bet all 3 of these?
Wow. I mean, it's
No,
silly
it's a
season right now. I bet crazy at certain times of the year. First week of the season and then playoffs.
Yeah.
I go silly. Clip unloaded.
Yeah, I did kind of. I unloaded some of the clip earlier, but I want to know what you guys wanted to do. So we're going to ride
I
this
like
one
the
together.
idea of the chat having a bet that they can all root for, and then we come back on Oilers Nation After Dark.
Boom.
We celebrate our
Oh,
big
wow.
dubs.
This is fun to watch.
Yeah,
it's exciting.
quick.
It's exhilarating.
Jeez.
We'll give it a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll give it a few,
It's like watching a stock ticker.
but better. Who's in the lead right now? McDavid, 2+ points.
It's tight though. It's tight. It might change at any moment. Only
It's like a horse race.
Only 27 of you have voted. 29 of you. There's 154 in the chat. So let's go.
Yeah,
Giddy up.
shout out to the chat today. I'm loving this viewership in here. 614 total views, 150 of you in there right now. Can't thank you enough for the support. We're going to be doing this every game, all 82. Again on Saturday, we'll be at the Nation office, sadly. I can't just
We
set
just
up
keep
here at
coming back to
Greta all the time. Dude, I would. I would.
I mean, I've
Tyler Mulick buys us a
been
shot
sitting
every
here
show.
doing the show and I've had 2 drinks. Like this is
Yeah,
a
exactly.
great time.
Yeah, I still have a little.
You had your coffee drink too.
Oh yeah.
You're giddying up.
Talk about that later.
Save room for the Kool-Aid, Jay. Save room for the Kool-Aid.
Oh, I guzzled a gallon of that this morning.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Well, in kind of closing here, the Oilers, I believe this is their 5th year in a row. I looked this up earlier, playing the Canucks for the season opener. We're currently 3-1 in the last 5. What's
3-1 in the last 5.
against it for season openers against the Canucks? We
No.
played them 5 in the
But
last
you
3.
said-
3-1-1.
3-1. This would be the 5th.
Oh, this is the
Oh,
fifth.
okay.
Sorry, I could have explained that.
That
better.
was some
I'm not a
serious
numbers guy.
Remchuk math.
I'm not a
happening there.
numbers guy. I'm not a numbers guy. But how confident are we tonight? How confident are you tonight?
I'm puck line confident.
I'm puck line. Well, I went Evander Kane to score first goal,
Yeah. Okay.
but I'm confident with the Oilers money line. Connor 2+ points.
And I think that's what the chat settled on, AB.
Yeah. What are we at right now? What are the
That's a
numbers?
smart chat right there.
46% on Connor McDavid to have 2+ points and Oilers money line. Well, folks, we're gonna be riding this together, and we're gonna revisit this once
Let's go.
again
We
I'm
squad.
locked in.
at Oilers
We
Nation
swatted.
after dark. Man, I can't believe we haven't won a road season opener in 11 years. That actually blows
It
my mind.
changes tonight.
At Greta. Good things happen at Greta.
Good things only happen at Greta. This place is really filling up right now. The vibes are going. I want to get the best part about last year for the playoff parties. I remember the first one we did. We played Kennedy's awesome hype video before the first game. And this place, you could feel the roof was about to blow off that thing. And, Greta does all kinds of sweet deals. We got the $12 Nation nachos. Last year, they were giving out free shots for the first time the Oilers scored. Maybe Tyler Mulick will ring the bell and he'll supply that for everybody else here. I don't want to put any pressure on you, Tyler.
$2 hot dogs.
Ooh.
Hashtag glizzy season.
I actually haven't seen any of the hot
Hey,
dogs
boily,
yet.
see, I love a good boily.
A boily. Yeah, that was a big thing this summer at the Edmonton Riverrocks because we had the bear there, and like Yukon and McCord are big boily dog
Oh,
guys.
it's such a good name.
So they made 100 boily dogs, and we're like giving them out. Are you a boiled dog guy or are you a regular grilled dog guy?
Oh, I'm boiled all day.
Really?
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's something about it. It's just
No, fry it up with some onion, Jay. Give it a little crunch.
you can't fry anything while you're boiling it. You're like making like a soup of some weird variety.
Yeah, I don't know. Just I think of the hot dog water afterwards and everything.
It's gnarly.
I don't know. That's not what I'm about. Well, gentlemen, what are you going to get Liam's Nation nachos tonight? We got a
I'm
couple
getting
minutes here
Nation
before.
nachos. I'm starving.
Yeah, I don't think I've really eaten either. But now I've had a full beer and a nice shot of whatever that was. I don't even know what that was. Shout out to Tyler Mulick. Jay, any final closing thoughts before we get going? I see the Leafs games in overtime right now, and both of your eyes
Yeah,
just keep
you know,
drifting up above me.
82-0 starts tonight. This is full Kool-Aid mode. I'm so fucking excited now. It's so good to be doing this type of stuff again, doing shows like this.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for you, Bordsy.
Yeah,
Your new
thank
show.
you. Thank you for letting me do this,
Yeah.
and you, Tyler. Tyler, thank you for doing so many shows that they had no other option but to pick somebody else to talk the whole time. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
I mean, I'll still be here with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he'll find his way
I
on.
got
What a
Ken.
dynamic.
I got my buddy Ken. Liam's behind the camera. Shout out to Gavin for everything today. Shout out to producer Pat. You've
Good
been
job, Patty.
nothing but a
Thank
beauty.
you.
I believe this is Pat's first live show, right?
Yep.
And he did it live on location.
Yep.
Audio works.
Audio worked. I hope you guys
I
could
think
hear us
so.
the entire
Doesn't
time.
always work for others.
We got like 2 minutes before it hits 7 o'clock. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have to piss like a racehorse.
That's all good.
And I gotta let the people at Greta know what we're giving
We
away. I
gotta
got
MC
MC duty.
gotta
We
MC
can
the
wrap it up.
event.
You got to get on the mic, but I want to shout out everyone who's here at Greta in support of kids sport. We got a lot of awesome prizes to give away, so thank you. Puck's gonna drop here soon. We're gonna have a blast. You're pointing at something, but I don't know what that means. But I'm super pumped. Let's go, fucking Oilers!
Let's go Oilers. I want to give a big shout out to Sherwood Ford. They're the best. They're the Giants. We couldn't do what we do without them. They are studs. We want to thank Greta, of course. Look at this awesome setup we're at. Look what is behind me. This is such a vibe here. And I want to give a shout out to Betway. 19 plus. Please play responsibly. Ride that squad bet.
Back for After Dark immediately
Back-
following every game.
Well, I didn't get there yet, Tyler.
Ah,
You're not
jeez.
hosting.
Sorry, sorry.
Wow,
This is
you
where I
just
go-
thought it was his show there. He
This
just
is where-
steamrolled you
Do I
right there.
go
Didn't wanna
from
forget.
officially from producer
Yeah, you might have
Aaron?
to.
We take that off. We're gonna
You're just-
throw on
A
Boardsy.
nice graduation.
Boardsy, look at that. Put my tassel over my head. I have graduated. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone who's here. Go Oilers, and we'll revisit this at Oilers Nation After Dark right after the game. Thank you, everybody.